season. Let's see if we can go out on a high note with Tina, Eric, and Natalie. Good luck. First round coming up now. And here are the categories in the Jeopardy round. Starting off with the OED says.
OD.
English dictionary, of course. Presidential books. The blank.
Malt Liquor.
Raters want to rate.
Rate your knockers.
Deal with African geography. And finally, we want you to talk like a
Malt Liquor.
Natalie.
Let's go with the OED says for 200.
It's that which points the way, especially a piece of evidence useful in the detection of a crime.
What's a clue?
The word clue? We don't want to overcomplicate the first clue in each category. Natalie, back to you.
OED for 400.
It's a title of respect given especially to a Jewish scholar or teacher.
What's a rabbi?
What is rabbi?
Right?
The OED says for 600.
It's to walk or march vigorously, or an increase in prices, wages, etc.
What's a hike?
Natalie,
What is the height?
that's it.
800. OED.
It's the name given by Guido d'Arezzo to the sixth note in his hexachords. Eric.
No.
It's to you. No.
No, dumbass. What's a law?
What is law? Natalie, back to you.
Presidential books for 200.
In Everything to Gain, he and his wife touched upon their later lives and Habitat for Humanity.
Who's Jimmy Carter?
Natalie,
Who is Jimmy Carter?
he's the one.
Presidential 400.
While serving as president, he wrote Between Hope and History.
Who's Bill Clinton?
The man from Hope was Bill Clinton. Natalie, back to you.
Presidential 600.
Frederick Remington illustrated this future president's 1888 book, Ranch Life and the Hunting Trail.
Who's Teddy Roosevelt?
Tina,
Who is Teddy Roosevelt?
you are correct.
The OED says for 1,000.
This three-letter guy is foolishly attentive to and vain of his appearance, dress, or manners. A dandy.
What's a fop?
Tina,
What is the fall? Fall.
you got it.
Let's go to talk like a pirate for 200.
And you can buy an eye what actually fits and is made of glass. Is spoken in this movie franchise.
What's Pirates of the
What
Caribbean?
is Pirates of the Caribbean?
You got it.
Talk like a pirate for 400.
In this film, Carrie Ellis as the dread pirate Roberts calls Chris Sarandon a warthog-faced buffoon.
What's the Princess
What
Bride?
is the Princess Bride?
Yes, great film.
Talk like a pirate for 600.
It is a glorious thing to be a pirate king, says a song from this Gilbert and Sullivan show. Tina,
What is
Pirates of Prince Ants.
right again.
Talk like a pirate 800.
This Steven Spielberg title pirate is described by Smee as being so deep he's almost unfathomable.
Who's Captain Hook?
Really?
Who is Captain Hook?
Right.
Pirate for 1,000.
It's the world against us and us against the world, says Errol Flynn, as this sanguine title pirate.
Who's Captain Blood?
And that would be Captain Blood. Natalie, we come back to you.
Let's go back to presidential books for 800.
In 1884, Mark Twain offered him a $50,000 advance for his personal memoirs, which he finished just prior to his death.
Who's Ulysses Grant?
And that man was Ulysses Grant. Back to you, Natalie.
Finish up presidential books for 1,000.
The beginning of the interstate highway system was one of the stories told in his At Ease, Stories I Tell to Friends.
Who's Dwight Eisenhower?
Who is Dwight Eisenhower?
Correct, and that takes you to 2,600. You now trail Tina by a mere $600. Break time.
Any game, Birch. Break time. Music time. Oh, we're back on.
Variety of people. Now, when you're dealing, either blackjack or dealing with some other...
Nobody wants to listen to that bullshit. Gives a fuck about your life. Cheetos Puffs on sale, 2 for $5. Get you some. Hurricane. Enough of that.
All right, let's get back into this. You're in control right now. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, you trail our leader by just $600. Go.
The blank of blank for 200.
This Washington, D.C. landmark's Thomas Jefferson building houses its main reading room.
Library of Congress.
Tina,
What is the Library of Congress?
that's the blank of blank.
The blank of blank for 400.
This
The Birch of Birch.
39,000 square mile body of water laps at the western shores of Honshu.
Sea of Japan.
Exactly.
What is the Sea of Japan?
Yes.
Blank of blank for 600.
It's the subtitle of the first Anchorman movie.
Legend of Ron Burgundy.
The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Good.
800 blank of blank.
Joseph Smith said this text, written on gold plates, was delivered to him.
Book of Mormon.
What is the Book of Mormon? Right.
The blank of blank for 1,000.
Even before you go to the front door
Shout out to
at the
Rugby.
Simon Museum, you walk past a number of masterpieces by Auguste Rodin, including this one, which depicts 6 townsmen who were willing to sacrifice their lives to help end the siege of their city by the English army.
Who are the Burgers of Calais?
Eric, what is the Burgers of Calais? You are now on the plus side with $1,000. Way to go.
African geography for 200.
Nearly all of Botswana's 225,000 square miles is made up of this desert.
Kalahari.
What is the Kalahari? Right again.
African for 400.
Dating back to the 700s BC, the ruins of this ancient city can be found outside Tunis.
Carthage.
What is Carthage?
Correct?
African for 600.
Here's Jimmy.
The continent of Africa, as well as its surrounding oceanic crust, are part of the African, one of these rigid pieces that make up the Earth's surface.
Continental Plate.
What is a continental plate?
Continental plate will accept that.
African geography for 800.
With less than a minute to go now.
Oh, it's the Daily Double, folks.
And you're in the lead. 500. 500 only. Here's the clue. Isn't it romantic? After flowing over Murchison Falls, waters from this lake eventually reach Lake Albert.
Lake Victoria.
Right, yeah. Makes sense, good. 4,700 is double. So again,
Geography 1000.
the Blue Nile and the White Nile meet just north of this capital city.
Khartoum.
Eric,
What is Khartoum?
Khartoum in Sudan. Yes.
Raiders for 200, please.
It's the top grade in the system of rating securities used by Moody's.
AAA.
Eric,
What is AAA?
yes.
Raiders 400.
A green splat icon denotes a bad review on this movie and TV rating site.
With Rotten
What
Tomatoes.
is Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah. And with that, you go to 5,100. You're in the lead. I'm happy to see Eric on the plus side with 2,800. He's in third place, which means, of course, he goes first when we come back.
We're working to
I don't know how many that is in a game, bitch. Ain't a fucking game. Malt liquor, only malt liquor.